I'm gonna play Peak. But I'm doing a solo session. This isn't easy small. This is easy smallest. It's just me. Easy Sinow. Because after our adventures together with the group, I was like, chomping at the bit a bit more. Like, we've played so much Repo that I'm quite fine with, like, waiting to play more Repo with the gang. Why am I holding this to my left like that? What the hell? Yeah, what? You're being weird. Stop that. But with this game, I wanted to play a little bit more. I'm also, I think Gary and I we're considering Gary and I maybe doing a duo Peak run as well in the future. If we get like a little bit of extra time. But in the meantime, I'm gonna tackle the Peak myself. This is what I look like after last. Oh my god. I forgot I was still in Gab mode. After the end of the latest video we recorded, which hasn't been uploaded, for those of you watching this live, by the way. But that'll be a little treat for the future. As much as I love being Gab mode, because Gab's character in Peak is... it's Peak, so to speak. Why do I keep making that rhyme without meaning to? As much as Gab's character brings me great joy, I have to go back to the Sinow for now. Although I'm hoping to unlock 1 or 2 other cosmetics today. I have to go back to the weird smug face. This is too like, this face here is very how shall I put it? Showering without me? Like fuckboy text. Like 3 AM. Showering without me? Yes. I'm sorry, I don't find shower sexy in any way, shape, or form. Please leave me alone until I'm clean, thank you. I don't want anyone in my personal space when I'm trying to get clean. Thank you. I'll feel sexy after I'm clean, how about that? But until then, leave me alone. I'm saying this as if I'm getting this fuckboy text and I'm not. This is not. I don't think anybody's ever said to be showering all by yourself, handsome. I don't think anybody's ever said something like that. Or pissing all by yourself, handsome. Or anything by yourself, handsome, quite frankly. You know what? Maybe because I'm doing this solo, I might go with a Hawaiian shirt vibe. Oh, I've got a chef hat. When did I get a chef hat? Wait, what? I don't remember this at all. Ah, little sick boy. In the next boggle. I just remembered, sometimes when I get this notification, I often mute the notifications for you folks watching on YouTube. But quite a lot of the time, when the notification pops up, you'll hear me go, "Ah, little sick boy." And if you don't know what that clip says, that fucking King of the Hill clip, you're probably like, why did Sinow randomly halfway through some indie horror game go, "Ah, little sick boy"? That's because that's what the notification noise is, the dialogue from the notification. Some of you must have thought I was possessed by like a fucking Texan ghost. It's true. Alright, we're keeping the chef hat on today because I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna cook myself up some accolades. So let's see, have a friend escape the island without you. I actually should have this, but I died at the last biome when I was playing with some friends, and then the game crashed, which I thought was really upsetting. I should have this. Escape the island in under an hour. Alright, we'll see about that. Bing bong. Oh! Oh, I should make that a goal. No, mind you, it isn't solo peak hard enough without using one of your item slots for Bing Bong, but I want to help Bing Bong. Escape the island without eating any packaged food? Alright. Fucking eco-warrior. It's very admirable and all, but I don't know, I'm kind of hungry. Escape the island after cooking and eating a coconut half, a honeycomb, a yellow winterberry, and an egg. Why? Eat 4 different non-toxic mushrooms in a single expedition. Play the bugle for a capybara. I don't have this one yet and it makes me really fucking sad. Place a lot of pythons, climb that big tree that always seems to spawn, restore a lot of poison. I would rather not poison a lot. Have a one-on-one with the Scoutmaster. I think the Scoutmaster is something that spawns if you run ahead of your friends, I think. I've like vaguely heard about it. Place a lot of rope, escape the island solo, so we're gonna get that today, hopefully. Resurrect 3 scouts. Probably not gonna get that today. Open a lot of luggage, read all the entries. Escape without taking fall damage. That, yeah, right. What was the last one? Escape the island without placing anything on the mountain. Have mercy. I don't think the mods are around just now, so I'm going to do a quick going live announcement. Do excuse me, folks. In the Discord. Discord. Yes. I think the mods have been like kind of summer busy lately. It might be a good idea for me to get another mod, actually. Retail Dan, thanks very much for the 43 months. Do you want us to set a timer? No, not yet. I know you're all telling me that Gary did it in 46 minutes. Which I'm not surprised by. But for the first run, I'll try my best. Because I need to get used to the idea of doing solo. But maybe if I find that my time is like kind of decent. Because doing it under an hour is probably a lot quicker where you're not stopping to like randomly yap about old Yu-Gi-Oh references or whatever. How many hours do I have in this game? Not a lot. Oh, I'm also wondering, should I do this on Tenderfoot or Peak? What did Gary do it on, champ? You're saying yes. I think you're responding to the first question I asked. Gary did it on Tenderfoot? Okay. I actually nearly completed it on like Ascension 1 with my friends, but that was the one that crashed. And I also took a jump at the last area that killed me, which was very tragic. But okay, I'll try and do Tenderfoot just to warm up. Especially because it's solo, so I'm not going to have like as much... It's not so much lack of supplies, it's lack of taking supplies with me so that I can use them at the right time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't want to try and rush for this like 1 hour achievement on my first run today, but maybe after I do like a little warm up. Ooh, first aid kit. Oh, you know what would be really good though? The mod where you don't have to keep doing this to put shit in your backpack. You got to the peak with your boyfriend after playing for 8 hours? I mean, hey, this game is not like super fucking MLG esports, is it? So I think that's plenty fine. Especially if you did it on normal mode. Like, I don't think this game is like particularly easy at first. No, chat, the question is, I don't think I'm going to take Bing Bong and the Bugle. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the Bugle this time and try and find a capybara. Do the mods invalidate your achievements? I actually don't know that, to be honest with you. I can see I already can't take all of this shit with me. The lantern's good later, but... The rope... Does the rope make any sense if I'm playing solo, actually? I kind of feel like the rope's more for dragging somebody else up. Oh, hang on. Wait a minute, I should probably have at least something in my hands, right? Here, we'll put this in my hands for now. Yeah, I don't think the rope does very much. Alright. Solo mission. I'm like weirdly nervous. I don't know why I'm so nervous about this. Oh, the conch! I don't think this actually does anything. Can you cook this? Fantastic. A well done conch. A burnt conch. Incinerated conch. I didn't know you could cook things this much. Alright. We'll consider that the start of the mission, shall we? Yeah, it's like you could put a rope somewhere if you want to get back to it. I'm kind of hoping I don't have to drop down very much, though. Unless you're trying to go for that achievement. Yeah, naturally, the rope achievement. It also depends on what type of mountain I get today, chat. I do like how the mountain changes every day. I think that's a pretty cool thing. Once again, though, folks, can you tell me one more time, can you hear a lot of fan noise in the background? Because this house right now, it sounds like an airplane. You know that kind of constant air noise that airplanes have? You can't hear the fan noise? Okay, my new filter is working very well then. Because some of my old videos even, some people were like, what's that noise? And you can hear like, it's like a noise gate I'd set up to try and like get rid of background noise. But you could kind of hear the microphone like open and close, so to speak. If it's like a tiny bit in the background, that's fine though. It's more like at the end of a sentence I say, if you hear like a that's probably more noticeable than anything. Ooh. So that's good, that's good. I'll try to remember this little filter for next time. When I'm in a aircon environment. I also discovered at my friend's house, the microphone I was using, I thought it sounded funny, so I did some like OBS trickery to like change how it sounded. But then I realized that the microphone itself was fine. It was the headphones on the headset that made it sound a bit weird. So it was like too bassy. So I've tried to clean that up a little bit for the... I'm hoping to upload the video for the boba tea shop. Trying to get my certain things set up for like traveling a bit more in the future, just in case. It can be tricky though. It doesn't have to be perfect, but as long as people aren't like, there's this annoying static sound or whatever, and it's making it really hard to listen to the video, you know what I'm saying? But most of the time, when I point these things out, people are like, I didn't notice it until you mentioned it. Which is that's probably my biggest problem, is that I mention it, and then people are like, oh yeah, there is a static sound, and I'm like, shit. Maybe I should have just shut up. I'm gonna just keep my mouth shut, it wouldn't have been a problem in the first place. Yesterday's mountain was really hard, so I'm glad it's reset. Oh, good. The tropics are always difficult for me, but like... I imagine like a bad tropics run in particular could be a real killer. What the fuck is this? How did some bushes grow on this bridge? Weird bushes. I kind of love it. It's just the RNG went kind of wild there. There's also a big luggage over there. Huge luggage. But I don't really need a lot of stuff at the moment. I'm trying to... This run's goal is to find the capybara. And to get to the capybara, we need to go to the ice... The ice layer? Iceland? Like, nature whimsy. Whimsy is becoming like the word du jour for me. Word du... French word for month. Or season. What is the French word for season? Word de... Isn't... Or is word du jour also just how you would say that kind of thing in French anyway? Oh, how could I forget saison? Because saison is what I called my character in America's Next Top Model. Which, goddamn... I should have recorded that series a little bit better. Word du saison. But then what's the French word for word? Because word du jour is like an anglicized version of saying that thing, right? I don't think they say the word word in French, do they? Mot du jour. Really? The French word for word is mot? But that's like bon mot. Like a witty phrase. I think that's where I would associate that, I guess. I don't know what the etymology is of the word mot. But is it more like mo? Because it has like a... There's an accent. So it's more like... Bon mot. See, I don't know Tragedy Reigns because half the time when I just assume everything's like that in French, it sounds like I'm taking the piss. Or is it bon mot or bon mot? I think it's more bon mot. French keeps coming up in my life recently. Holy shit, that's a big spiky. Google says moo. And Google says, ow! Oh, I badmouthed Google and then I took fall damage right after. They're listening. Google says a lot of things. I think I would rather trust Amlide, who is actually French in chat, over Google. Google has a lot of AI in it nowadays, so it just says random shit to you. I'm gonna trust French people. Yeah, Google says a lot of weird shit for Japanese too, so can confirm. Proto-German, Wurda. Or warped. At least with a lot of the Romance languages and stuff. They're not quite as much of a disaster as English. English has been spoken in many different places around the world and picked up a lot of things like a katamari damashi rolling ball, which is part of its charm. But it also means that like it's very inconsistent as a language. I don't think English is a very fun language to learn for a lot of people, apart from the fact that there's a lot of like ways that you can use it. Like it's a very useful language obviously, but goddamn. It's like, oh yeah, there's a rule in English, but like half the time it won't be used, and half the time it will be used. Good luck guessing. Like, I'm glad I don't have to learn English, you know? I used to speak to a lot of like Japanese teachers and stuff who were like, oh, I wish my English was better. It would be so useful for just like being in the world. And I'm sitting there like, I like Japanese. And they're like, yeah, it's great if you want to go to Japan. But half of them are like, I want to get out of here. I was like, yeah. Well, anyway. Where's my homework? Polish is also like that. Few rules, many exceptions. Yeah, Japanese is great for rules. Like grammar rules. It's very consistent. How you like conjugate things, etc. Which is fantastic. Love that. Love her. That meme, she's so crazy. Love her. Japanese is the opposite. It's like, she's not crazy. Love her. Consistent ass language with hard rules. Yeah, Japanese and Spanish are actually very similar, weirdly enough. Oh, energy drinks. I feel like energy drinks should be slightly buffed. I know that's like a crazy moment where you can like basically hammer the space button to go up, but it's such a short period of time and the debuff is so long that sometimes I feel like just like an extra second longer to make the debuff feel appropriate would be nice. Gary actually said in our Easy Small group chat that he has been playing more reckless like Sinow and it actually has been working out for him, which is quite nice to hear. I think I'm okay at visualizing how to get up certain areas. There's definitely times where I play more reckless than I would do, just because I think it's kind of fun to see if I'll make it or not. Especially because if I'm playing with friends, there's more chance that they can revive me if I have a, you know, an oopsie fucko. But he got a brave. That's very sweet of him. He's a sweet bun. That Gary bun. Is this another shelf fungus? No, this is one of those weird mushrooms. I kind of want to eat it though. Don't think, act. Yeah, that's for me. Tragedy rate. That's advice that I think a lot of people who are over ruminators like me should try and think about taking. Oh my god, think about taking. I'm basically just negating the rule already by saying it like that. But not everybody should do that. But if you're like me, I think it can really help a lot in life. Especially if you have a tendency to get into like low moods or you like overly torture yourself. I'm gonna try and get that mushroom. I'm just curious. I'm gonna leave my backpack there. I'm gonna presume there isn't gonna be like a surprising gust of wind in the first area that just like gets rid of it. Yeah, it's a remedy fungus. Okay, so if it looks like this, it's always a remedy fungus, right? There's still a couple of things about how the spawning works in this game that I'm learning. You never thought about just leaving the backpack? There's certain areas where it would probably be a bit more risky, but yeah, I needed the extra stamina. And there it is. You have to make sure it's like nestled somewhere though. Otherwise, it might like roll. It already kind of rolled as it is. Alright, come here. Damn, I'm quite over encumbered. That probably won't last long though. ooh, ooh, ooh. It's like one of those inclines that you could walk up in real life, but then the whole time you're like, oh, this feels kind of weird. I think I'm just gonna chuck this. There we go. Antidote. I think the kind of goal... I'm not going to be eating as much random crap right now because I'm mostly just going for the capybara bugle achievement. So I'm not going to eat a lot of random crap if I don't have to. But then again, there might come a time where I don't have much choice for food. I feel like the energy drinks... I would say it's more of like a... what am I doing? Why have I done this? I'm completely wasting it. Oh my god, what am I... Look at me go, I'm like an anxious horse. The way that I ran up there, I was like a very anxious horse. I think the energy drinks will be useful later. That's one thing I really like about this game, is that you could sort of tell that certain areas later on are designed for you to use your consumables more, and early on it's more about resource gathering. Even though I would say there's a difficulty spike in the tropics for climbing, but there's also like quite a lot of food there. Oh, Sinow looks rushed. I hope he can recover his composure in the last spurt. Yeah, I'm so Umamusumi pilled, it's not even funny in the moment. I had an ongoing joke when I visited my friends in Orange County. I kept like having a discussion with them about something, and then at the end of it be like, yeah, it's a bit like raising a horse. I kept saying that, and by the end people were like, shut up! Not everything is about horses. And I'm like, is it? Isn't it though? There's a journal page here, but I'm pretty sure this is one I've already read. Oh, actually, I don't think I've had this one about gather around the campfire. Anyway, I think you only have to read those for the achievement, right? Another first aid kit. If I'm not going to take it with me, I might as well use one. Even though this is like completely overkill. Alrighty, let me think. Do we really need the lantern? I feel like the lantern's kind of nice when you're in a group and you start to freeze later on, but unless it's the fairy lantern, I think actually that's the thing I'm going to get rid of for now. I'm going to put this here, and then I'm going to leave these backpacks for a moment to see what this statue has for us. A cure-all, okay. Instead of the antidote, I think. Yeah, this is how I imagined Solo Peak would be like. I feel like I'm playing a Resident Evil game, like a classic Resident Evil, where it's more about juggling my inventory. You can cook the antidote? Cooked antidote. Yummy. Bottoms up. And the devil laughs. Cure-all is a very nice find, though. Alright. I do have a little hunger, but we're about to go to the tropics, so... Yeah, you can cook everything, right? There was something that, again, it might be in the episode that I haven't uploaded, but the episode that probably is uploaded by the time I upload this one, so my timing is very poor on this. There is a... There was something that Gary said you can eat if you cook it. And I'm pretty sure we had a small conversation about it in that video, and I was like, what? It was like something you wouldn't expect to be able to eat. And actually, like, replenishes hunger, but you have to cook it first. I can't remember what that was, though. You can cook Bing Bong? That's terrible. Listen, that's more Gary's child than my child, but still. How could you? There was a thing where I wanted to try and take Bing Bong as my child when we started playing this game, but I was like, again? Already I'm low-key annoying about Tarquin as it is, probably. Ooh, blue. What a pleasing... I mean, my character is the same shade of blue, right? Look at this! This is like the same blue, almost the same blue as me. Just slightly less saturated. There's no way this will poison me, right? Wouldn't it be a real shame if I slipped and fell on this? Ah! You understand my love for Tarquin? Yeah. I like Bing Bong, though. I think I like Bing Bong a lot more because it reminds me of his father. Gary. We'll try and get that achievement today as well, I think. But I think if I try and go for every achievement all at once, which is a classic Sinow move, I'll regret it. I never get to eat lollipops. Every single time I play this game, somebody else finds the lollipop and they never ever let me have a lick. So today, I'm gonna be a bad bitch. You can't stop me. Big lollipop for me. I don't know if it really gets back a lot of hunger. It's maybe more like a kind of weird energy boost. Nobody ever lets me lick, Jeffska. I know, right? I'm thirsty out here, but no licks. I'm crocheting a little Tarquin. He's very cute. I would love to see it when you're finished. Apparently yesterday's tropics was a rare spawn where it was all purple and super poisonous. Oh no! Like, on the one hand, I'm like, thank God, because I don't want to have to experience that when I'm trying to get shit done today. But on the other hand, I kind of would like to have at least seen that and shown you guys that. Oh, it's one of those bastards. Exploded boys. I can't remember everything's name because I play this game like once a week at the moment, so I have like sporadic memories. I should have really looked at the mountain before I started climbing, huh? What is that? I really should have looked at the mountain and made a plan. That's usually what I like to do. I'm going to the right. Let's see if the button shroom is nice. Actually, I'm pretty sure the button shroom is always nasty. Ooh, medicinal root. Well. I kind of already have first aid, but I'm just going to eat it anyway. Some of these vines are insane. The angle to the dangle on this one is absolutely insane. Is my ability to climb up this the same even if it's at that steep an angle? Because if so, this actually might be an amazing shortcut. But I'm going to wait until it stops raining. Okay, go. Yeah, my character seems to be just as capable at climbing it when it's really steep as before. And the stamina increase, or the stamina decrease, pardon me, didn't seem to like go up. What the fuck? That was insane. Yeah, you might have heard us discuss this before. I think one of the reasons why they made this biome really difficult is like they didn't want the first biome to be really difficult, but they didn't want it to just be like the beginning of the game is super easy and then you like die in like biome 3 and you have to start all the way from the beginning over and over. It's like you have like a kind of dangerous area but with a lot of supplies quite early, and if you can get past this, then the other areas have their own challenges. Like the ice area, if you're in it for too long you run out of food. But I think it's because you always have to start from the beginning. Having a slightly difficult area early, it makes it feel a little bit less annoying if you have to like restart a few times in one day. Oh, there's the big tree for the achievement, I think. He is achievement hunting. Once again, I have to wait for the fucking rain to go away. This might be a good time to consider the lollipop kind of gives you like a burst of speed, right? What did I... Hang on. What did I just drop there? What? Oh no, I need to put... I'm an idiot, sorry. There we go. I was like... I was doing inventory Tetris, but then I didn't actually put the thing back in, so I was like, why do I feel like I just have one less slot now? Okay, quickly, quickly. Oh, actually, I don't know if I can... Ow! Oh no. Can I eat this? Can I eat this on the go? I can! See? When people let me have a lick, they never let me lick their lollipops, I tell you. Oh, the lollipop is so good! It's basically like a slightly... It's like a reusable energy drink. Oh my god. Okay, well, I'm very sleepy, though. It's just a reusable energy drink, really. Yeah, the later areas are plenty difficult, but in terms of just like raw difficulty, I think it's good that there's like a slight spike early, so that if you do have to restart, you're like, okay, we've managed to like retry the tropics a few times until we completed it. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's easier to retry one of the hardest bits of the mountain as opposed to like it took us 30 minutes to get to the hard bit and then we died. Which, that also can be fun too, and it's definitely plenty challenging at the end, but... I don't know. I agree with the decision to have this quite early, actually. In the long run. Could it stop fucking raining, though? You didn't get a notification that I was streaming. Are you following me? If not, you could fix that right now. Chandra, but welcome. We're not too far around. We're only in the tropics, so you haven't missed too much. I want that achievement for climbing a really big tree, but isn't there like 2 trees? Which one is the big tree? There's 2 Deku trees at the moment. You are following? Sweet. Did we escape the peak? You'll have to find out. That would be a spoiler. I'm so bad. Skill issue. Oh, for fuck's sake! It rains more here than it does in Glasgow, for fuck's sake. Glasgow has more rain per annual is not how you say that, per year, than Seattle. And people are always like, oh, it rains all the time in Seattle. Bitches, you don't fucking know, alright? It rains more here than it does in fucking Glasgow every 2 seconds. This is actual Glaswegian weather, where one minute it's like really sunny, and then the next minute it's like, oh, by the way, torrential downpour. Oh my... Oh, I forgot I had extra stamina though. It's okay. Where is my lollipop? Oh, what? Did I drop the lollipop like an idiot? Or do you only... No. It was a big one, so there should be multiple licks. Did I accidentally drop it? Oh, I was about to call myself a demonetized... It's not reused. Oh, so you can only use it once? Even if it's a big one? Oh, okay. In that case, nothing could be done about it, Governor. Am I not used to this game? Low-key used to. I'm not like a pro yet. I've climbed up a few times. Greedy? Did you see the climb I was doing earlier? I used it correctly. Greedy. Alright, so if we're ever stuck on a mountain together, Large Cafe, and you're like, oh, I'm starving to death, can you give me those scout cookies? I'll be like, greedy. Yeah? Yeah? In a life or death situation? Oh my god, this rain can eat my entire asshole! Excuse me, my leash? Can I just... My leash? Can I just get through here? No? Okay. Large Cafe? Your name is very ironic. More like small closed cafe. You can give me a couple of crumbs maybe from toast, if I'm lucky. I'm being play angry, by the way. I'm not actually angry at you. Sometimes I wonder if people think I'm just like perpetually actually oh. That's the large tree, isn't it? This tree is not quite as large as that tree. You're actually so snatched, Sinow. You're so right. Snatched is a good thing, right? Like a snatched waist. That's totally the large tree over there, isn't it? This one doesn't get... That has multiple luggage on it. As well. You know what? I'll have to try and get that achievement next time. I mean, it's going to be the same... The biome... When does the biome change? Each day, actually. Does anybody in chat know the exact time? I have a funny feeling it's kind of during my stream hours. Alright, first Sinow leap of faith moment here. Oh, and it rained right as I took the fucking jump, as per usual. Whee! This Glaswegian rain follows me everywhere. 12 p.m. Central. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh, it won't change today then. Okay. So this is the mountain for today. I was thinking about back home, 12 p.m. Central would be 6 p.m. And I was like, oh, it's going to change at 6 p.m. But I'm not in UK, so... Yeah, okay. It actually changes right before I start streaming, usually. That's good to know for the future. This tropics is not too bad, actually. Either that, or I've just, like, found some really good paths and I know to believe in the vines now. Do it for the vine. This has been a moderately calm climb, apart from me shouting at the rain. I have a lot of friends that all live around the Orange County area. They're like my Final Fantasy XIV crew. And I have to admit, I have that very like mid-20s thing where I'm like, oh, wouldn't it be great to live here and we could all just like hang out and play like Magic the Gathering and Final Fantasy together, and we could all just like visit each other's houses every day. And it'd just be like a little like gamer heaven for me. But first of all, I'm like, how am I gonna ever... First of all, the legality is I can't just like fucking live in Orange County. I can't just like up and move there if I decide to. John Lennon's idea of a world without countries and borders has not come to fruition. And second of all, I'm like, Sinow, where are you getting the rent money to live in a place like Orange County? Are you insane? You'll never be able to afford there. But I think lastly, as much as I rue the rain in this game, I think living somewhere where it legitimately rain is like a rare treat would kind of drive me insane. There's just a heat pack in here. That's it. Just a heat pack. Somebody came all the way up. Somebody went into a plane with this luggage, the one that crashes at the beginning, and that's why there's luggage everywhere, right? From the plane. And inside their luggage, they brought a single heat pack. Put that person on the no-fly list, I say. They're up to shenanigans. Yeah, it changes in like about 21 hours, David. Yeah, okay. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Oh, I don't think Easy Small has like a problem with this game, but I think the Gab and Gary, until Gary did a solo run, they had a tendency to be maybe a little bit too meek when it came to climbing the peak. And I think that this game actually gets harder if you're like a little bit too meek about occasionally taking a jump. What the fuck? What? Is that like a bit of luggage in a tree? What is happening? What have you got for me? My favorite! The Gamba box! I love to Gamba. What is this luggage? I love this. This is fantastic. Fantastic, like, world building kind of environmental design. How do I... Am I actually going to be able to open that? Yeah, I don't think these trees are too thin. I need like anti-rope or some shite. Help me. Okay. I'm gonna try the Gamba box to see if I can get rid of my hunger. Okay, so I'm slightly poisoned, I'm sleepy, and I'm slightly on fire, but the hunger's gone. It all worked out. Which means I can keep this marshmallow for later. And the marshmallow is consistent. Although having said that, I'm gonna be a little risky here, and I'm gonna take a lot of consistent food for later. And I've only got one heal. Ooh, a scorched berry. I might just munch this anyway for fun. Okay. That was slightly less fun to eat than I was expecting. It seems to have completely fucking roasted my insides. Do marshmallows increase your max stamina? Oh my god, if they do, then I'm gonna freak the fuck out. I don't think they do, though. I got an event in Uma Musume the other day that increases your max energy very slightly, and I, like... At my computer, I was like, whoa. You can do that? Chat, I need you to be my eyes. Not my ears. My ears are working perfectly fine for this game. I need you to be my eyes. My capybara eyes. There's some... It looks like luggage over there, maybe? I don't know where capybara are likely to spawn, but I'm guessing it tends not to just be, like, right in the middle a lot of the time. If you've done this peak, though, don't... No spoilerinos, please, if you know exactly where it is, but... The whole point of this adventure, apart from me getting used to playing solo, is to find those capybaras and play them a lovely song. And I will not leave this area unless I'm desperate until I find those chill little boys and gals. I want to play them the song of my people. Just look for steam. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, right? Because they chill in the hot springs. Just look for steam would have been something that I should have done like a minute ago. Maybe I can go back up very quick. Because I've been climbing quite fast. I'm not like getting super hungry or tired from the jaundice, etc. Steam. Are my graphic settings even high enough to show that? I can see like it looks like an explorer's luggage over there, and I thought I saw something in that direction. That's the campfire. That can be the capybara as well. Is that steam? Oh my god, I think there's something in the middle that looks a bit like steam. Maybe ironically today it has spawned like right in the middle, but that could also just be like a piece of ice. As long as they're not, like, immediately to the right or left, I think I've got a bit of time to, like, look around when I get closer. This is quite fun, actually. I think solo peak, or duo peak, is also quite a good game for kind of being slightly podcasty, having a chat with you all. Like, the game is exciting enough that, you know, things happen and we react to it, but it's also quite nice for just being able to talk to you all. What is that behind? Is that capybara? Ow, 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 ow. Snowstorm. Chat, do you mind if I go on a very small rant about Magic the Gathering? I'm sure those of you who are regulars here are like, you're gonna do that anyway, so I don't know why you're asking us. I am very Magic the Gathering pilled after the Final Fantasy release. But it drives me fucking insane. Ooh, hold that thought. Hold that tangent. Ancient luggage. I'm feeling spicy. What do you got? Ow. Anti-rope spool. So I've seen the anti-rope cannon, but not anti-rope spool before. I am slightly injured. Not enough to try and use that, though. What if I use Pandora's box and see if I get healed? I'm telling you. Obviously, I love my easy small friends, but sometimes they're a little timid. In fact, I might just get rid of my hunger with a cooked marshmallow, because it puts your maximum stamina up as well, right? Yeah, so I think that's that's an okay usage I just got there. You made a Vincent Valentine commander deck? Oh yeah, he has really cool effects. I'm a big fan too. Oh no! Such a what? Oh, I forgot. That's the way that anti-items work. When you take them out, the minute you put them down, they defy gravity. It does what it says on the. God damn it! I was so excited about my good fortune. I'll just let the ice claim me. Just let the ice claim me. Okay, maybe not actually, but oh man, I forgot that was a thing. It makes your bag lighter too. Is there anything else you'd like to say to kick me while I'm down with your facts, Angel? I had a second to try and grab it there and I just missed it as well. I just pressed E at the wrong time. Well, I guess no anti-rope spool for me. What is that? Is that another ancient luggage? I might just like chug all of this. Or hold down left click until the last minute and then let go in a very annoying fashion. Yeah, screw it. I'll just chug it. There's a thing over there. I think that's just a bush though. Okay. Sorry, too many exciting things were happening all at once there, and it's hard for me to have this rant about Magic the Gathering when the game's being so interesting. I really like the Commander format for Magic, because A, you can play it... I think technically, you can play it... It seems to be mostly played as a 4-player game. I've heard some people say that if you do 5-player, that can also work if you like maybe change it to be a bit quicker. 5-player seems a bit crazy though. 4-player though, like, it's a really good way to play Magic in a kind of almost like a board game fashion. And in Commander, you have to have 100 cards that are different from each other, apart from maybe basic lands. So it's Commander decks, yes, you can make like a particularly strong deck, but it's kind of like a good way to reduce the sweatiness slightly. So it's really, really good for like meeting up with friends, and like you might want to change some of the cards that you like to put into the deck to make them a bit stronger or whatever, but it's not like the traditional 60 card standard format where if somebody's got like a really good combo going, it's ridiculous. Sometimes you just get the wombo combo, or the other person doesn't get the land they need, and then it's just like the game is already over. Wow, this ice storm has completely... And every time I try and have a fucking tangent, the game's just like, what if I said fuck you? It's like the mountain can hear me. Annoyingly. Excuse me, I'm trying to fucking talk about this Commander deck thing. Anyway, so it's the format of Magic I like the most, because it encourages creativity and it slightly reduces the like consistency of drawing like really strong things, and you can only have one copy of the card anyway. So one game of Commander you can draw cards, and in the next game you can draw different cards from your deck that you didn't see at all the first time. So it's quite fun. And the 4-player element also means that if somebody gets too strong too quickly, the others tend to gang up on them to like beat them back down again. So it's really, really good for not having one person just like completely own all the time, right? Love it. Great format. It's become the most popularly played format of Magic for that reason. It's better for like kind of friend groups, it's a little more casual, etc. But there is no way... Well, there is a way to play it officially online. But they sell Commander decks for the game that you can buy. But you can't play Commander with 4 players in Magic the Gathering Arena, which is like the latest client that they've released for PC and stuff that you can pay money to get cards and it's online. The only way you can play Commander with multiple players is in Magic the Gathering Online, the older client, which is from like, I don't know when they released it, but you could tell it like borderline runs on JavaScript. You could tell it's like an old ass fucking client. And I'm like, why is the most popular game format not like supported in a modern fashion for this game? What the fuck is going on, Hasbro, who owns Wizards of the Coast, who makes Magic the Gathering? Why would the most popular multiplayer format be like weirdly hard to play online? Because I wanted to play online with my friends after I went back home, but either everybody has to start spending money for the old Magic the Gathering Online client, which I don't want to ask my friends to do, or we have to use some other like website or program that like simulates it, but it won't like do everything for us. We have to do all like the tapping and all the work ourselves. And I'm just like, hello? Who needs to be fired for this? The most popular format for this fucking extreme, like the world's most popular card game, and you can't play it easily online. So apparently there are, I think they did say that they are working perhaps on making a client specifically for Commander, which is a little bit annoying because it means that like if you play Magic the Gathering Arena and you spend money on that, it might not carry over into the Commander format. But it just like blows my mind that it's not already catered for. It would definitely be more complicated because if you make a client that has like 4-player or like 2v2 modes, you know, it would have to be programmed in a certain way. And I get the feeling that Magic the Gathering Arena was made for like kind of quick 1v1 type stuff. But I remember playing Magic the Gathering games on Steam that had like 2v2 and 4-player modes. It would be a lot easier to program those because it was only a specific like set of cards, but I'm just like, why is it so hard to play multiplayer games of Magic online with your friends? It's like I want to give Wizards of the Coast more money. And they were like, no. I think there is, I did hear that, Mithrin Deer, it's like technically the Commander format was made up by like a fan, and it wasn't like officially owned by them, but now it's run by Wizards. Ah, so maybe that's why it's like a kind of somewhat legal almost type thing. But surely they could have just like bought that person out. I mean, there's plenty of ways to play Magic online, but it just, I find it very weird that the fucking client for playing Commander, because I wanted to play it online with my friends, but I also wanted to play it in a way where like the system did it for us, rather than us having to remember all the rules, just in case it was more difficult to do that online. But I have discovered a client for it that I'm gonna like try with my friends, because I know how to play it. It's not too different from normal Magic, it's just there's a bit more to keep track of. And when you play with friends and it's more just like some like semi-casual, it's okay if like we discover that like we accidentally did something wrong, you know what I mean? It's not like a tournament or whatever. But I thought it would be nice to have like a client that could just do it for us. But damn, I was like, oh, surely the most popular format will be catered for online. And I thought Magic the Gathering Arena was their way of being like, we're going to make a new client for Magic the Gathering Online to bring it into like the 21st century and modernize it. And this will be the one-stop shop for everything Magic Online. But then they're like, oh, we can't make Magic the Gathering Arena handle multiplayer Commander because the programming, it would be too difficult. And I'm like, well, what was the point of Arena then? If it can only do 1v1 and it's like weird gacha style card stuff, isn't like, why is it so limited? Why do you say it has like kind of borderline spaghetti code if you guys made it to be the more modern version? You had the tools. We gave you all the clues, Mr. Policeman. So that's my mini rant. What's your favorite Commander deck? So I bought 2 for Final Fantasy. I went to visit John in Dallas, and at the start I was like, I think I might purchase 1 Final Fantasy X Magic the Gathering booster pack on a pure whimsy. And by the end of my trip here, I now have bought like 4 to 5 booster packs, and I've bought 2 Commander decks for Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering. They got me. Surprising no one. I really like the one that's based on Final Fantasy VI with Terra, because it's all about getting creatures out of the graveyard. I bought the Final Fantasy XIV one, and I really like that one too, but that's like a blue kind of control playstyle, and whenever I play blue control decks, for those of you who don't know Magic the Gathering, blue control is a lot more about like interrupting things that are happening and not having a lot of raw power, but like making effects happen at like weird times. Like if somebody tries to play a card, you can negate it, or you can set up rules so it's hard to attack you. It tends to be a bit more of a kind of indirect way of winning the game. But whenever I try and play blue control decks, I feel like I sit there the whole time. There's like a meme for this, and I can't quite remember the right meme. It's like a Nickelodeon cartoon, and the girl's sitting there like this. She's completely glass-eyed. Does anybody know what meme I'm talking about? She's like completely dumbfounded. There's like the lights are on but nobody's home vibe. And she's just sitting there like, huh? Did I? Oh, this game doesn't pause? Oh, of course not. It's an online game. I thought it would pause in the solo for some bizarre reason. Is it Lisa? Oh my god, it is Lisa from The Simpsons. I'm getting this confused with Nickelodeon. Yeah. This is Lisa. Sorry, it's just the way that she's drawn here. It reminds me of like a classic Supo character. I feel like this Lisa meme. Whenever I play blue control, I feel like I'm constantly sitting there looking at my cards like, should I act now? They make me feel dumb when I play blue control decks. The whole deck isn't like that. It has like black and white creatures in it. It has a lot of like making counters for like Muggles and stuff too. It's a bit kind of like randomly half one thing, half another thing, which is fun, but I just regularly when I play blue control decks, I'm like, am I too dumb for this? I may be too dumb. So part of the reason why I like the Terra deck is that it has like a couple of effects that can get, you know, involved, but it's a little bit more simple to think about what you should do or like how you ramp up your power. And the Terra deck is a red, black, and white, so it's still... Black and white are my favorite colors. I think black is my all-time favorite one. It's a little bit more simple. And it's all about getting creatures back from the graveyard, which I love to do that. Because it basically means when you kill something of mine, there's probably a good chance that it'll still be useful for me. And I'm like, haha! It's like a trap card in Yu-Gi-Oh! Haha, bastard. Lady Irene, thanks for the 49 months. Also, I really like Final Fantasy VI, which helps a lot too. So I've got the 6 deck and the 14 deck, because I figured that the Final Fantasy X and the Final Fantasy VII decks would be very popular. So some of my friends have got them. Have I seen the Amy Rose Tarot deck? I have not. I've been spending enough money on cards as it is at the moment. Capybara! Oh, I didn't even see them! They're so well hidden. He's done it! The Commander Celeste card looks awesome too. Yeah, she's very like kind of 80s, 90s, like strong woman vibe. I love it. Oh, my friends. My beautiful, chill friends. Hello. It's nice to see you. Let me play you the song of my people! Should they be doing some sort of animation for this? The game did pause for like a microsecond there when I started playing the bugle. I'm gonna assume that I have the achievement. Because like I've played it multiple times and I've played it in the pool, around the pool, like surely this counts, right, chat? Surely. Do I get the oh, there we go. Animal serenading badge. Yay! Alright. Get this bugle to fuck though. I can't afford that right now. I'm gonna eat some of these. Thank you, my little friends. Oh, the yellow berries are so good. They're powered by love. They're so cute. I wonder if in future for Peak they'll do like a fair amount of updates. Maybe they'll do an update with the capybara or do something if you play a song for them. That would be nice. Is this game Peak? It sure is, Lulu. I just got the capybara achievement. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I have that accolade, and I'm so happy I can get rid of the fucking bugle so I have more inventory. Ugh. 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 I don't know what hat you get for that. The hat should be a small capybara on your head. Yeah, it was a little anticlimactic. That might be something that they're planning to add to the game, but it's a little low priority at the moment, which I understand. Game dev is difficult. I hope the sales of this game are enough to make them want to keep working on it, you know? Probably. Hasn't it sold like over 1 million or something? It's the latest hit game in the friend slop genre, as somebody once described it as on Twitter, which now people are kind of like somewhat ironically just using that term. The slop part implies that it's like not good, but actually quite a lot of these games are good. You purchased the Amy Rose deck for your daughter. The artwork is great. That's really cute. Yeah, I have like a tarot. It's not quite tarot, it's like its own version. The Cardcaptor Sakura Cloud card deck, and there's like a way of using it kind of like to fortune tell. I got like the original one from the 90s in Japanese. And I actually did like some readings for friends when I was in Japan, which I think tarot was very fun. I like the way it looks. I'm not like a super big believer of it, but I'd like to at least... Oh shit, hang on, I need to think about this a bit more. Do some readings for friends in the future. I don't know, it's just like a fun activity to gather everyone together. I was talking about this with Kyle recently. I'm like, why don't they do like tarot readings as like a kind of form of entertainment for drunk or half-drunk people? Like when you're at a bar and it's not too late yet. It might be a good way for a bar to make extra money, to be like, you can pay to have like a tarot reading, and you and your friends, like somebody comes over to the table and like bigs up the drama of it. And I know that they do, there are places that do readings in the US, but they tend to have a bit of a vibe of like, this place could be a scam, and or people get addicted to it because it's like a low-key form of therapy, I guess. Oh, please have a platform. This is snow, right? Okay, thank God. It seems to have like died off though, but I feel like that's kind of a fun form of entertainment. It's not too involved, right? And it's basically just somebody tells you things and all your friends get to be like, ooh, you're gonna marry him. The tarot cards say that your romance is gonna go well. You know, it's just like conspiratorial nonsense that everybody can enjoy. I feel like if I was to open a bar one day in the future, I was considering of making it like fortune-telling themed for fun. To try and make it stand out. Although, I imagine the world of business for like bars and restaurants is horrible at the moment, and I would probably end up on John Taffer's Bar Rescue within like a month. But like my unique way of making money would be like, okay, most of the generic drinks you won't make a lot of money on, but I'll try and make fancy cocktails that are inspired by like horoscopes or like your star sign, etc. So I'd be like, oh, if you're a Scorpio, you should get the Scorpio. And I would charge people extra money if they want to get like some sort of reading done. And that's how that's where like the bulk of my money would come in, as opposed to the drinks themselves. Because unless you're making cocktails and stuff, I think it's quite hard to actually get above just like breaking even. Like a bunch of dudes drinking PBRs all night are probably not going to make your business thrive. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be hard to get past your operating costs. And I don't really believe in like tarot cards or horoscopes, but I think they're super fun. But I wouldn't like say that all the time if I was there. Some people get really into them. I personally just think they're like a really fun way to think about yourself or others, personality wise, without like hardcore believing in like the science of it. But I thought that might be like an interesting way of making a bar that felt a bit unique, and it has like some sort of business idea to make it earn more. So, I don't know. If I ever get enough money to just randomly have like a business when I'm older, I might consider it. What would you call it? And that is a question for the future, perhaps. You're spending all this time telling people that their love life is going down the drain, and you're flushing money down the drain by not serving more customers! That's my John Taffer. One of your barmaids has just spent 30 minutes having drinks and telling customers about their love life, and there's somebody waiting at the bar for a drink! He's very, like, jowly in the way he speaks. That would be me on bar rescue, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, I'm weak and I won't survive the winter, etc. I'm sorry, John Taffer, what is the solution? Make shitty cocktails and charge $15! And then he would say something about me having, like, you need to have more balls or something. They're always talking about balls. You don't have the balls to tell your customers that they're ugly and that's why they're single and they should buy more of your shitty booze. The python is breaking. I forgot that the pre-existing pythons will break on you. $15 for a cocktail in this economy? Yeah, actually, in this economy, it is $15 for a cocktail because everybody suffers all the time, and you can't have fun anymore. That is way further than I thought. Is there like some sort of chest I can see through this gap over there? Alright. We've been having a fun time chatting about bar rescue, etc. But I feel like I'm at a point now where I have to really think about this. This looks like it could be doable, but this is on freezy ground, so I'm gonna have to be really fucking quick. I am tempted to use my shelf fungus, but I think if I just like really rush this, I should be okay. Yeah, freezy ground isn't too fast, actually. Don't forget you have the shroom. No, don't worry. Like, I suppose it's always good to remind streamers, because when you're yapping away like I am, it's easy to forget stuff. But I've actually gotten quite good in RPGs and stuff at remembering what items I have and using them. I used to be one of those types that would end every Final Fantasy game with like all my elixirs, never use a potion, blah blah blah. But now I've kind of changed. I'm a lot better at remembering to use my consumables. I think like MMOs have helped with that. Oh my god, does this count as a platform? This is bullshit. That totally looked like a platform. No, you're good, Rolf. I appreciate the heads up, especially because you know what streamers are like. But I've gotten quite good at remembering all that crap. Okay. Yeah, actually the freezy bits are like really not a huge problem. I am getting considerably hungry though. I don't know why I like hummed there as if I was still playing the bugle. I want to take out my cooked marshmallow, but you have to be really careful because the backpack likes to right itself when you drop it, and sometimes that motion causes it to start tumbling. So I like to try and like wedge it somewhere that's flat as possible or where it can't escape. Like I could see a backpack falling down this hole very easily right now. Oh god, where the hell am I? Do I try and go over to that python to jump to there, or do I try and just rush up to this one? It's kind of dark in here, and my... Sorry. There was a little more free fall there than I intended. See, the problem with being the Sinow of the group, where you're the brave one that makes all the big jumps, is that you have to be brave. And I'm not always that brave. Oh, I thought this was snow, but it was just the reflection of the light. Oh god. Oh god. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear! Oh no, 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 no. Oh. Eat it, eat it, eat it, eat it. No, eat it! Fuck. No! Oh. Dang it. I should have just shell fungused. I should have talked less about whether or not I should use the fungus and just thrown it. I almost ate the box. No, I think I did eat the box and it just hurt me more. Dang. Shit. Oh, I got the tree badge though. And I got the plunderer badge. And I got the capybara. Oh, actually not too bad. That took me an hour. Yikers. Mind you, we were yapping away. We are yapping away, my friends. Ugh. Okay, okay. Take two, take two. Still, we got hella achievements. We got the capybaras. That was like the main goal. I didn't expect to reach the peak on my first solo mission, you know what I'm saying? But I did better than I thought. So I'll take that. That was actually a good run. I can now be a crab. But it's hard to say no to the Naruto. I kind of want Gary to have this. I think this speaks to Gary's teenage years. I might keep the chef hat on for a while. Mind you, I'm like allergic to cooking in real life, so... I did quite like the kind of smug park ranger thing that I did in the... Oh, actually, that's a spoiler for a video that I haven't uploaded for you all in chat. So I'm not going to speak any more about that. Oh my god. He's gone manic. Ah, photorealistic eyes. This is too much. I don't like them. Oh, you have the Naruto band now? Hey, Gary, how's it going? I'm really enjoying Solo Peak. I yapped a little about Magic the Gathering. I yapped a little about an idea I had for a bar in the future. But we also had some fun moments climbing the mountain. It was actually great. Oh, these eyes. This is like in a manga, and it's like the camera's under the character, and they're like, before they like do some sort of like cruel move to try and kill someone. Yada yada da. I usually go for this kind of tired one, but I might go for like this like pathetic look. I also quite like these like thin eyes, because I actually have quite small eyes in real life. I don't know why, but it just like clicked one day in my like mid-20s. I was like, I think my eyes are like kind of small compared to a lot of people. You know, small eyes. Which isn't necessarily a bad or a good thing, it's just a thing. Sometimes though, it makes me look a little sleepy. But then again, it's like, my life is making me look a little sleepy anyway. Haha! Ooh. No, no. This is... You know what this facial expression is? In a Metal Gear Solid game, when you drop a porno magazine and one of the guards is like, whoa! Is that nude girls? It's like that. It's that kind of humor. Oh ho, what's this? And then they're like, oh. Fucking hate that humor, honestly. And Hideo Kojima loves it. He loves it. How are you doing, Gary? I hope you're resting. Or cresting. Breasting boobily in your life. I hope you're doing whatever you want to do. Shall I go full-on smug park ranger? I think for the park ranger, actually, instead of the pathetic look, I think this one works best. So I'm gonna go with that. Oh, yes! I look very annoying. I look peak annoying. Like, as soon as I put on this outfit, it's like my character has puffed his chest out just naturally. You had a big nap? You're playing a me time game? I'm watching my best friend shit talk his chicken shit friends whilst playing Peak. Listen, only a little bit. Although you've changed. I think you've realized in solo that sometimes you have to be brave. But not brave to the point of dying like I did earlier. I think Gab's a little bit more tenderfoot, shall we say, than you are. And I think when you get to higher difficulties in this, if you like take too long or if you're too like scared of everything, it gets like quite difficult. Like I said, I was like this close to doing Ascension 1 with my friends the other day. I think sometimes you have to just like use an item or two and go for it. But of course it's limit testing. I actually you talked to Gary about limit testing the other day. It's a thing in like League of Legends, for example, where you have to kind of know the limits of your character at certain points of the game, but it's hard to know that until you like try it out. Like, what can my character do at level 3? What can my character do at level 15? Can I kill 2 people if I get the jump on them with my ultimate in this situation? And a lot of League of Legends pros talk about limit testing, so that you, when you start to know your limits through experience, you're better at knowing when you can push your advantage and when you really need to hold back and you actually aren't going to win. But that takes time and experience. And for a game like League of Legends, I think I have accepted the fact that I will always be mediocre at League of Legends. Oh, actually, hang on. Is there anything I should cook first? I forgot you can cook here, right? Oh, cooked cookies? I should cook the cookies? Okay. I think that helps. So this time, I want to try and get Bing Bong to the top, chat. I've got 2 missions for this run. Which is basically just reach the peak. And reach the peak with Bing Bong. Bingus Bongus. Let's find out what green crisp berries do while it's safe. I would not describe what I said earlier as shit-talking, Gary. Just as a mere observation. Thank you very much, my friend. But I hope you're resting well. Were you playing... If you say me time game, do you want me to say what game I think you were playing, or is it like a secret for some reason? Okay, okay. I'm also sassing you a little bit, Gary, but I don't want people to be like, oh my god, Sinow is talking smack in this solo peak video? Okay, so did you get started with Expedition 33? It was just the way you said it, Gary. I was like, maybe you didn't want, like, people on stream to be like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Straight away until you had a chance to form your own opinion, sort of thing. But I see. Oh, you're saving that for your week. Oh, you did say you were saving that for your week off. I see. Gary's playing something in his me time. I was trying to think of like a... I was trying to think of like a kind of horny, porno game with like a bunch of twunks in it. For a laugh, but I couldn't think of any. I'm not super into like porn games, to be honest with you. Although I have played quite a lot of visual novels as a teenager that I liked a lot, and I was like, I like it for the plot. And people used to always like roll their eyes at that, and it's like, I don't think you realize how much I'm playing Tsukihime and Fate Stay Night for the plot. But as a teenager, I wasn't going to tell people like, hey, this heterosexual sex scene actually does nothing for me. Because I didn't want to tell them I was gay in high school. In the 2000s. In Glasgow. Like, I might as well just draw a massive target on me and be like, here's bully me. You were sitting on a meat and fuck Newgrounds joke, but you were too scared to make it. Oh, meat and fuck Kingdom or whatever it's called. I've heard people make jokes about it. I have heard of Coming Out on Top. That was like the OG, I feel like, for a lot of like Western dating game that's about being gay. I've never played it though. If it had voice acting, I would consider doing it as like a special treat. But it doesn't. I don't think it has voice acting, so it would be kind of a lot to play on stream. Here's the weird bridge, by the way, from earlier, chat, that just has spawned 2 random bushes on it. Yeah, I'm not really super into like porn games myself. Although, I really wish my game wouldn't lag when I'm walking on a bridge, for God's sake. If that is your type of thing, then I think it's a good thing that Steam has kind of embraced it somewhat. But you could also turn it off, because sometimes with Steam it's like, if you click on one even as like a joke, all of a sudden the algorithm's like, here you go, pervert. And it's like, sometimes it would be nice to go on Steam without it being like, jerking off again, my liege, I see. Have you considered this? Especially if you're into the ladies, there's a lot of games. And it was kind of a bit too much for me. Sometimes I like to laugh at them, but yeah, it got a lot for me on Steam where I'm like, I genuinely am not really into these though. To be honest with you. So after a while I was like, okay, now it would be nice if I could find games that aren't constantly just trying to make me jerk off. But I think it's a good thing that it's no longer like this kind of weird underground like secret thing. Like, yeah, if you're into games like that, absolutely. Why not? Although apparently Steam is... Oh, fuck. Okay, hang on. Hold on. Hold this conversation. My god. Black's gone. I want you guys to imagine me saying Python there, like in a Donkey Kong way of saying like, oh, banana. In our videos, we call it Python a lot, in like a kind of pseudo-French way. But I think, at least in English, it's actually just pronounced Python. But I'm not sure. Maybe because Gary and I are British, we can be like, is it a pitin? Are you gonna use a pitin? Make it British. British! Fuck English, it's a fake language enemy. You know, I quite like that attitude, I'm not gonna lie. Team Supernova FB. Your name is intense. I like it though. Thank you for gifting us up to Dirce Striders? Or Dirce Striders? That is your second gifted sub. 2 for 2. It is French for nail. Ah. But whenever I say piton, it makes me think of saying putain, which I think is just the word fuck in French. Or putain. That's one of those weird things as well, where like sometimes you know a word comes from another language, but the way you would say it in your language is kind of different. So it's like, should I just stick to the way people would probably say it in English, or should I like French it up a little? I think I mentioned that in the past, the Gab, that like sometimes I'm like, I don't want to be like that one guy in that meme and be like, yeah, so I was just about to go visit Tokyo, and then we decided to catch that Shinkansen to Osaka. And it's like, after a while it's like, okay, but you're not actually speaking Japanese, you're speaking English. If you were speaking Japanese, sure, but like, it starts to sound a bit strange. Wait, what is this? Embrace the occult? What, whoa? What, whoa? What are we 8? One of our scouts stepped on a sea urchin and died. I was about to get really sad, but one of the other kids touched a weird statue and brought their friend back to life. Seems like this island bends the rules of mortality itself. How wacky. Perhaps something else interesting might happen if we use the statue when everyone is still alive. Yeah, you get an item. Yeah, whenever you say kanpai, you get judged. This is true. This is absolutely true. But then again, kanpai isn't like it's not a word that people commonly say in English. Also, it's just fun to razz you, I'm afraid. Have you tried being less fun to razz occasionally, Gary? Talk about victim blaming language, my goodness. Alright, what do you got for it? Yes! Gambler's lunchbox! I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I love it. I'm gonna eat this. Are these cooked scout cookies really that good? Probably. Yeah, sometimes it can be hard in Japanese to continue pronouncing English words in Japanese in a Japanese manner. Because Japanese is one of those languages that has like a very distinct way of pronouncing things. There's like a rule, there's a system. So it tends to be quite clear after a while, like, oh, if you say this English term in Japanese, even if, especially if it exists in Japanese, you say like projecto rather than like project. But sometimes because you're, you know, if you're English native, after a while it's like hard to remember to do that every single time, right? So occasionally you like slip. Do I need 2 first aid kits? If I'm not going to take any damage because I'm a god at this game? Oh, I forgot to... Oh, I forgot the campfire runs out. I was too busy talking about... You made me start talking about fucking Japanese language, chat, and I got distracted. You know that distracts me. This is your fault. You activated the Professor Japan trap card, and I fucking didn't shut up. I'm pretty sure you cannot put a full backpack in the backpack. I'm pretty sure I remember trying that. But now that you've mentioned it, I want to confirm. No. You cannot stash a backpack in a backpack. I think I tried that once before, though. The way you say it in Japanese, the word project sounds a bit like the word project in Spanish. Again, they're very similar, actually. Weirdly enough, like pronunciation-wise, Spanish and Japanese are shockingly similar. You can cook a first aid kit and cook it. Angelips is telling me a lot about cooking. And when you use it, it'll give you bonus stam. Oh, I wish I'd known that a minute ago. But, you know, we're learning. Every climb is a new experience. We're learning. Fucking wouldn't shut up about Japanese as per usual. No wonder my favorite Uma Musume character is Grass Wonder, who is born in America but loves Japanese culture so much that she's like better at being Japanese than a lot of the Japanese characters. She's just like me, for real, for real. Anything cooked gives you bonus stamina, apart from climbing. Okay, that's good to know. Even Pandora's lunchbox? Can you cook a lunchbox? Rope cannon? Oh, I've already got one though. But it's so good. I'm gonna be spicy. I'm gonna take a rope cannon, extra rope cannon for now, and then... Oh, I'm gonna try and use the rope cannon to help me climb this a bit quicker. But I'm gonna need maybe a second food item for the ice area, because the ice area is food light. That's like a big challenge of it, is if you don't go quickly enough, you run out of food. You loved learning katakana. I remember one of my first weeks in university, the homework entailed Sutsuropu Waffuru. I had so much trouble reading it and understanding it, but it's stroopwafel from Dutch, right? Yeah. I think Portugal, Portuguese kind of ships were the first to interact with Japan after they became a closed country in the 1600s. So there's quite a lot of Portuguese, yeah. Loanwords. This is not the same rope I climbed last time. It was this rope on the right here. That's why the Japanese word for bread is pan. Yeah, although aren't like most I keep calling them companies for some reason. Aren't most countries' word for bread pan? It's like how certain languages, there's like certain concepts that tend to have like a really similar word in like a lot of languages. I think that the most widespread is like mama and papa, or like something along those lines. It tends to be very similar in like almost every language in the world. Or they'll have like a word for like mama and papa that sounds like that and has like an M sound. Not everyone necessarily, but it's like the most kind of consistent word. in terms of like sounding kind of the same almost in every language. Vietnamese is ban. Yeah, as in like ban me. Which is probably kind of related to pan. That's like, I think the Korean word for bag is gaban. And the Japanese word for bag is kaban. And I'm like, oh, you can see where people have interacted in the past, you know? I think for this part of the climb, by the way, I used the lollipop. And I'm a bit worried. Because I don't have no lollipop anymore. Maybe rope cannon time. Or I could look behind me up here and realize that this part of the mountain is like 50 times easier to climb. I could also do that, I guess. I hope this language conversation never ends. There's probably like at least 100 people in chat. People who are not even speaking but quietly lurking, who are like, God, I wish this language conversation would end. There's probably quite a lot of people that are like, please shut up already. I'm sorry, but I kind of went to university for that stuff, so I'm going to be moderately interested. It's hard to turn that off. Sometimes. I never wanted to do like a Japanese and linguistics degree though. We had the option of doing like a Japanese degree or Japanese and linguistics. But it meant that your dissertation at the end of the degree, the 10,000 word essay, would have to be linguistic focused. So you could talk about Japanese linguistics if you wanted to, but it'd have to be talking about language. And I was like, even if I find linguistics somewhat interesting in like a basic format, I don't want to spend 10,000 words talking about it like a science. I want to talk about anime and video games. I want to talk about like cool Japanese movies. I don't want to be like, sometimes the G sound is a diphthong or wherever the fuck. I don't know what linguistics majors would say. What's a diphthong? A diphthong is defined by blah blah blah, and I'm just like, okay. I'm past my interest level for languages at that point. Another python. Bing bong! It's like the one extra slot you wish you could have like a second. Oh, they're so good, pythons as well. But I have one. And I have my Pandora's box for food, as well as the thick mints. And I have one first aid. No. We're going to try and get... I could just try and use the python somewhere here to make it at least useful, and then get this other one. Like, this area over here might be shockingly climbable. So let's set ourselves up for success, chat, shall we? Also, thank you for lurking, by the way, Gary, earlier. I did want to say that. That's very sweet of you. I'd like to lurk on your streams a bit more. If I get into a better habit of waking up early and not, like, trying to rush doing something before I go live on a stream. So, I'm guessing you wouldn't hold your breath, but... I mean, I lurk a fair amount. Sometimes I don't talk in somebody's stream because I'm like... I'm enjoying watching them, but I'm kind of like dipping in and out. So I don't want them to try and talk to me and they're like, okay, I can shut up. So that I can leave the keyboard for 2 seconds without feeling like I'm going to miss something. But I appreciate you hanging out, friend. Am I going to play Uma Musume again? I think Uma Musume was super fun, but I think some of you... No, I say this with love. Some of you are totally into it and can vibe with the kind of weird shit that I'm into, and some of you, it's like as soon as you see a certain amount of numbers on the screen at the same time, your brain's just like short circuit and you just like tune out. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to indulge my crack habit, because Uma Musume is becoming a fucking crack habit for me, even though I'm not really spending money on it, by playing it on my second channel when I feel like it. I would say mods, could somebody link my second channel here, but I think legitimately none of my mods are here at the moment today. Melwill, thank you so much for subscribing for 6 months in advance. I always take that as such a compliment when somebody's like, I think I'll like you enough that I would like to be in your life for 6 months in advance. That's such a compliment. Thank you. I'll link my second channel myself in a second here. Ah, fucker. Shit. Yeah, give the other channel a follow. It's where I play things that like might not do as well. No. See, I was going to do that thing where I set up the Python and then go back and get the other one. And now I'm like, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh no, oh no, 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 my brain, I need brains, I need brains. Shit. Well. Well. I guess an inventory slot has opened up. Good news. Lunchbox time. I tend to try and save the lunchbox at least for when I'm trying to get rid of health. You're wanting more Uma Musume so you don't have to buy it yourself. The game is free. But the characters in it are not free unless you get lucky, so I can see. Is this blood rain? It looks kind of red. Oh, it's probably just the evening is causing like a kind of strange color effect there. It looked like fucking blood rain for a minute there. My blood, actually, now I think about it. Raining off of the mountain, perhaps. Wait, there was a luggage here all along? You're a bit frustrated that it's banned here? What's banned here, sorry? Oh, Uma Musume, because you are Dutch. So they're like, no gamba. Oh, I understand you Kitsune Rose, I see. Yeah, that is frustrating, Rolf. I would find that very frustrating, actually. Even though you're like, party is like, it's kind of a good thing to like prevent people getting into these stupid fucking... What the f... What is the physics engine doing with my backpack? There's no reason why the backpack would do that. Chill out. This biome is just cursed, I swear to God. Phew. Okay. I feel like I had a much easier time with this last time, actually. I think I went to the right tree. And the right tree was harder at the beginning, but then it got a lot easier at the end. And the left area is like easier at the beginning, but much harder now. Sadie, thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thankfully these aren't poison bastards. As I mentioned earlier, chat, Gary and I we were supposed to do a duo recording yesterday, but I felt terrible yesterday. I was like really not up for recording or being on camera or anything like that. But we are considering maybe doing some duo peak in the future or duo something else when I'm back in the UK. I don't know why I said it like that, because British people wouldn't say it like that, but and we're back in the UK next week. Yeah, I feel better today. It was just like a kind of... Sometimes my body can be quite sensitive to like mental exhaustion or mood. So if I'm feeling a bit down, I very quickly tend to get like kind of physically ill. My body is like weirdly sensitive, actually. I'm one of those like anime characters that is just always mysteriously ill from the jaundice, which is one of the reasons why I love saying that phrase so much. I would definitely be one of those Victorian women that have to go to bed early for reasons that are never 100% clear. Actual Uma Musume, for real though. Okay, let's not go crazy here. Let's set the Python. Oh my god, it changed position. This is fine though. Okay. I would definitely own a fainting couch. I think I can make this with my extra stamina. Yeah, I would definitely have the vapors and not Vicks Vapor Rub. Just my body can be a bit sensitive like that. Oh, granola! Anyway, sorry, I got really distracted. Uma Musume would be on the second channel in future, I think. kind of like a Sinow game, and if I play a Sinow game that I don't think is going to do super well on the main channel, the second channel is the place to be for it. So while I'm talking about this and yapping away about it, I will link my second channel. Ooh, a portable stove. I don't have anything food-wise to cook right now, but for the future. Oh my god, my backpack is so heavy though. Pack rat. Maybe actually, do the medicinal herbs give you bonus stamina when cooked as a food item, I guess, actually? Hang on, I just thought about that. And the portable stove isn't like, it doesn't get consumed, it just works. Right? Whoa, that's so cool! I didn't expect to have a blue flame, pardon me. Let's test this. Yum. Okay, it was like a tiny bit. But this is a healing item anyway, so... Oh, I actually don't have any healing items. Just as well I came back for this. Oh, but then... Wait! Oh, shit. Oh, no! You don't pick the stove back up again. Oh, it's like a one-time use item. For some reason, I just thought it was like a rare item that you could constantly use, but it's like a 60 seconds or something. Ah, okay. Well, it was fun to see it. It was fun to see that it has a strangely cool anime-ass blue flame, but... There's some honey over there. Nah. I don't feel like angering the bees. I don't think I'm good at escaping bees yet. I think there's probably a knack for that I just haven't got. It's the same as a Lethal Company. There's like probably a knack for how you deal with bees that I just don't know. Ooh. I will say the mountains often spawn like a little area like this where if you walk through it, you sometimes find like a better path for going up. It seems to be, like, secret tunnels seem to be a very common spawn. Oh. Rocks on my face. There you go, you have to throw an item at it, it breaks the hive and then the bees leave. Okay, so there's the method of dealing with it in the future. I'm not going to do it just now, but I figured there would be something. There would be something. One of my friends that I would play Lethal Company with, he usually would spend most of the round just getting beehives. But the beehives are worth a lot in that game, so it's worth it. And he was very good at it. Are you winning, son? I would say I'm not losing. I'm not winning, but I'm not losing yet. But yeah, I've had the experience now where people can see that I'm so into Uma Musume, the horse girl game, that I'm getting questions from people that are like, I've seen you talk about this or play it a lot. Is it good? And I'm explaining it to them. I'm becoming like a kind of Noah's Ark for getting more people into it. I just feel like finally, like there's quite a lot of gacha RPG games that I have thought to myself in the past, like, oh, I'd maybe quite like that. I'd maybe quite like kind of Grand Blue Fantasy. But gameplay wise, sometimes they start to resemble, how should I put it? Like Uma Musume has a fair amount of just like numbers popping up all over the screen, but it's like sometimes these gacha games, it's like numbers in the millions. And it's like, this has started to really not mean anything to me anymore. It's like one of the first gacha games from Japan that got really popular, mostly in Japan, was Puzzle and Dragon, which is like a kind of match 3 type of game, but you also have like cards that you have to power up. And I saw like guys on the train in Japan playing that, and it was just like millions, 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 millions. It's like, are you even like meaningfully engaging with this now, or is it just like every so often you press a button and numbers show up? Which I know that's exactly what a lot of Uma Musume can be like, but the numbers are a bit more tangible as to like, what does having 600 stamina mean? oh, my stamina went up by 30 from this one training event. That's quite a good amount. You know? That's why MMOs sometimes they do a thing called a stat squish, where if the numbers have gotten too high, they'll like reduce how much the numbers increase by whatever from like all of the older content to make the numbers a bit more understandable again. Because human beings, after a certain point, numbers stop having as much meaning. Do I want to go for this big chest? No. I've decided no. And Uma Musume also has that kind of like, you do a career and you have to like train for like a certain race. It's a bit like a roguelike. And it's got that Monster Hunter thing where you raise up your monster and then you watch it go. So I'm like, finally a gacha game for me, you know? They got me. Nageki, thanks very much for the 46 months. Anti-rope cannon, right. This time I'm not accidentally having that fly into the air. So you know what, screw it. I don't like super need this right now. You go in the backpack. Like this. I'm gonna cook this just for the sake of it. Oh, it's probably poisoned. Oh, it's definitely poisoned. Why, thank you for making your intentions known, huh? Is that always poisonous? Oh, damn. Oh, today I learned. So, do the items randomize the poison in this? Because I assumed that they might. But I think that's just something I've assumed, and actually it's just like some items are poison and some aren't. Green, yellow, bad, purple, good. Ironically, considering that the icon for poison is purple. They're not randomized. Ah, that's kind of a shame. I thought it would be interesting if like every time you have to try it. I think it's a little bit more interesting than just being like, oh, there's the poison one. Adventure XX time. Thank you very much for the 63 months. One of the mods has told me of a mod for, like a game mod, for Monster Rancher 2 that makes it so that the enemy trainers, their monsters also get more powerful as you go along. Because by default in that game, the enemy trainers' monsters, they stay the same level and then you just beat them. But this mod makes it feel more like there's like multiple people that are training up their monsters at the same time. And I'm very tempted to download and play that when I need a small break from Uma Musume. Which hasn't happened yet, because I am obsessed. It's just something about that gameplay style where it's like, okay, we got 7 weeks to prepare for the big event. I think as well, those type of simulation type games, sometimes there's a little more... How should I put it? Big lollipop, yes! Okay, just let me get out of the fucking snowstorm for a second. I think sometimes with those type of simulation games, not having everything be explained to you up front sometimes adds to the mystique and flair of it. Or having it so that results have some amount of like randomization. So it's not always like the minute you see something you're like, oh, so-and-so is gonna win. I need to keep this because I need to heal. I might... 2 rope cannons is kind of sheer whimsy at this point. Sheer whimsy. So I might just use this. 2 rope cannons and an anti-rope cannon is kind of a lot, you know? Did you ever play Monster Rancher on the PlayStation? Yeah, so I was very into Monster Rancher 2 as a kid. And that was the game where if you put in different CDs, it would automatically generate a monster for you. But it was like the metadata, I guess, on the CD would like have an impact. Like the game would read the metadata and it would like come up with a monster, but it wasn't like randomized every time you used the disc. It was the same monster. So on game FAQs and stuff, you would get guides that were like, if you use Bjork's album Homogenic as a CD, you get a rare blah 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 monster, which I thought was such a cool idea. And my parents were very, like, surprised one day when I was like, I need this album, and I know you have it. And they're like, wow, are you getting into this kind of music? I'm like, sure, whatever. I need Spice Girls' debut album, and I need it now. Where is it? I know my sister has it. I'm raising a monster, don't ask questions. Me is like a 9-year-old. Mom, Dad, I need the Chemical Brothers album right now. They're like, whoa, you've got a cool sense of music for a 9-year-old. I'm like, no, actually I don't, but there's no time to explain, goodbye. I thought it would have been really cool if they were going to make a Monster Rancher game that's a bit like Uma Musume, that would be like for the current generation. I think they should do that, but it should be QR codes. And you can use your phone to scan a QR code to make a monster. I think that's already like a $1 million idea, or like a 10 million yen idea. But I don't know who owns the rights. Like, think of how great that would be and how much it makes sense to use that as like a phone game. Because, you know, you can use your phone camera to scan a QR code that you find randomly and then it just like generates a monster. That's such a good idea, and I've had it, and I need somebody to fly me over to Tecmo's headquarters in Japan so I can give them a presentation about why I'm right. And they should listen to me. I want the shelf shroom, but I don't want to give up my rope cannon. But shelf shroom allows you to stay somewhere. Rope cannon's great, but you lose stamina while you're doing it, right? So... oh, hang on. I think what I'm gonna do... I'm gonna drop this for a sec. Please don't, like, get blown away in the wind. Yeet Bing Bong! Bing Bong is the whole point! You gotta get the achievement! How dare you? Yeet Bing Bong. You're gonna get yeeted if you keep up any of that chat. That's why we're here. What? Timeout corner. Right now. Yeah, Ultraman Rancher. Like, I played it and I had fun with it, Angel. They like released a Monster Rancher game for the Switch that was about like kaiju and stuff, but the creatures just aren't very cute in it. So it can be funny, but it's like I kind of miss the esoteric monsters and like the cute monsters. Everything's just like a big guy or like a huge lizard, which is fun at first, but then after a while I'm like, I kind of miss little cute monsters. There's not as much kind of variety. Where is my backpack? Where is my backpack? You're approximately 2 hours late. Do you think being a parent you can be 2 hours late for your own child? Would you show up to a birthday party for like a friend's child and be like, oh, why don't we just say fuck it? Maybe they just don't have a birthday party because I was late. No! Tell my dad that. Oh dear. Alright, moving on. Alright, next conversation. Enigma, thank you very much for the 56 months. Moving on. Also, Dark Rider, thank you for the 6 months. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think, he says before death. Famous last words from Sinow. I'm trying to think. It's the last time I'll think. It's the last time I'll make that mistake. Crab, hello. I hope you're doing well. I hope your pizza is good. That's my brain exploding. Yeah, that's right. The same kind of... the same sound of like a kind of balloon full of air popping. That's what my brain sounds like when I try to think. Psh, empty. Nothing. It got a little tricky here at one point. So, might need to be careful. I think today's mountain isn't too hard though. I just tried to do that one area without using anything and I got punished. Ooh, yes! I'll take some food for the go. On the go even. A rare food find in the ice biome. Don't mind if I do. We're getting quite close to where I got last attempt, chat. How's Lonely Peak been? Surprisingly fun, actually. I mean, sometimes I get to chat about stuff, you know? Okay. I'm gonna try open all these cases. But I have to go over this, like, evil ice. Luckily, ice goes away quite quickly, though. Bandages? Don't really need this, but I might need it in a minute. I don't get off this fucking ice. Okay. I'm just, might arbitrarily just use this for the time being. There is a piton over here. I have to go across more evil ice, though. Oh, yeah. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, I think Uma Musume knows that I forgot those things break. Sometimes not having everything be like described in like a number that you can just see at all times kind of gives the game a certain je ne sais quoi. I've got a heat pack on. I think airline food is quite a good snack, is it not? Perfect, that's exactly where I wanted it to go. Okay, that'll do. The heat pack is on as well, so this shouldn't hurt me. It still hurts you. Oh, but you get rid of it. Okay. Actually, I don't think I really needed this, but might as well use it. The only problem with old simulator games in particular is that sometimes when you do find out how something works, when you're like really frustrated, because like you're not like getting results. When you find out that like one of the stats is like basically useless, or the game is like lied to you and something just like has no effect, that's when it starts to feel a bit like, oh, that was really disappointing actually. I've had a couple of simulator games where I like put up a stat that makes something better, but then afterwards I'm just like, oh, actually that was a complete lie. But I think that's like quite an old simulator game problem, I would say. They're a bit better now at not just kind of randomly lying to you. Playing Repo tomorrow and you're such chickens. Any tips? Heave ho. Up, down when it comes to bashing a creature's head in. Try and have somebody in the group become like Gary and just become like a total fiend with all the weapons. It's honestly the best thing you can have in Repo. Like how defense in Monster Rancher 2 doesn't really do anything at all. Yeah, it's always really disappointing when you discover something like that. Right now in Uma Musume, Guts doesn't do that much. It does something still, but they like eventually our servers for the game will catch up to the Japanese ones in certain regards, or not catch up, but like we follow the same updates. And there's an update where they made Guts do more in Japan that we haven't got yet. So right now one of the stats in our servers is like not terribly useful, and I'm not a big fan of that in simulating games. I kind of like when you have to think about everything and like manage it, rather than just be like, oh, just put everything in speed and then that's it. I only like that when it's like specific scenarios. Oh yeah, the upgrade sharing mod might be quite a good idea, but I don't want to tell people who are playing the game kind of new to like have to install a lot of mods. I think when you're trying out a game for the first time, unless you and your friends are those type of people that wouldn't mind doing a lot of like kind of tech stuff at the beginning, sometimes I think it's nice to kind of try the game out first before you tell people like, you have to install this, and this, you know what I mean? But the upgrade sharing mod is great. Oh! Whoa! Oh! 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 When I upload this video to YouTube, as I'm planning to do so, or should I? Oh, isn't this kind of a bad thing? I believe it is. I love to start a conversation about something. Ah, fuck off! Do you mind? When I upload this video to YouTube, should I call it like Sinow alone on a mountain with his thoughts? Speaking of thoughts, I've just had a thought. I am getting a little hungry, but this isn't the safest place for me to try the Pandora's box gamba. Ah, but the airline food is like legitimately peak. I think it's. Does this thing always just try and go off when you're near it? Oh my god, it's trying to like give me a. It's trying to give me like a nice douche experience. Quite frankly, I was being a douche. I'll tell you that much. I think I can see the path to glory. I need only reach out and grab it. I was gonna say, should I call it? Yeah, this video should be like Sinow alone on a mountain with this thought. Oh dear. Here's a thought. Am I about to die in the exact same position? No, oh god. This is like really close to where I died before. I was like, Sinow, try and at least have some new content for people. A new way of dying, for God's sake. Right. We're doing Pandora's box gamba. Wish me luck. That is one of the worst results possible, because sleep takes a while to go away, and I seem to have gotten more hungry. I seem to have consumed food that made me more hungry. I like how when you use Pandora's box it says open? Question mark. Alright. Let's try again. Get rid of my hunger? Yes! I got rid of some of my bonus stamina. But I got it back in the form of actual stamina for the time being, so we climb. I think this counts as a thingy bit. Yes. Alright. Now it might be lollipop o'clock in a minute. I'm gonna take this out just in case though. I'm gonna like kind of oh no, hang on, actually this is just walkable. This is a 15-minute walkable city up here. The American dream. My feet are a little cold here, so I might have to give it the big lick. Big licks. Oh my god, this area sucks. I think that was actually a very, very useful lollipop. Oh, I'm getting into sleeps. Maybe there was where I died last time, but not today, Satan. I remember it being very dark. Damn, it's taken me ages to get back to where I was previously, huh? I might have to use my anti-rope in a second here, but let me just have a little thonk. There are some pythons here. I think this might actually be the play. I think we do this. I just need to make sure I get close enough to this that when I jump at it, I don't, like, swing and miss. Although, actually, the ground isn't too far away. There we go. Okay. Phew. Didn't even need to use that python. It might be good to have that in a minute, though. No, the crest of this is not leading to a walkable city, as I'm calling it. Ah! Haha! God, my screen is very dusty, and it's so dark in the game, it's kind of hard to see for me at the moment. Okay, here we go. Leap of faith time. 3, 2, 1. Huh! He's missed it! He's missed it! But it's okay. This might be more of a kind of just climb up to it moment than a jump to it moment. I lunged a bit there. No, I'm not sure. Okay, let's go up to this higher area. Maybe go to that python and then see if we can do it that way. Highly ambitious. That's how I play this game. Ambitiously. Alright, here's the plan. We slide across. Grab. Wait. Jump. He's missed it. But it's fine. I'm on my Mirror's Edge shit here, so don't worry about it. God, it's so fucking dark in this cave. I really wish I had a lantern. Alright. We're getting to the point now where I'm getting a little afraid. So, anti-rope. I'm gonna aim for like this platform maybe, and then hope I can like jump across there. I think if I use this python, because I wasn't on that python for very long, hopefully it'll be okay. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, go. Oops, oh I kind of fucked that up. Shit. 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 No. 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 Anti-rope, anti-rope. Why did I jump off it that early? Why did I jump off it that early? Okay. That python might not have a lot of time left. Why? Why? Okay, everything's fine. I'm healing and I'm being sated. Bing bong, thanks for being there for me. I can barely see on my end, chat. Just. I think this is the bit that killed me last time because it looks like there might be a platform here, but it was a lie. Yes, it's like anti-gravity rope. If you're still kind of getting used to this game. That's why it's called anti. That's why it's got that kind of cool blue color. It defies the laws of gravity. Hi. Hi. What is that? Is that the fog? But it looks like it's above me. I haven't been that slow, have I? No. And why would the fog be above? What? Is this game trolling me right now? My character was just like, how about I just don't grab the thing? This has to at least be a platform of some kind, right? Yeah. Okay. 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 Phew. Oh, I'm so close now. There's a python up there. Do I have enough stamina? If I fail this though, I think I've got like a very nice spot to land on. Unless I fall on the geyser. No more. No more. Oh no. No, no. No, 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 no. There was a path over here. I should have just used this path. But it's fine. We all make mistakes. Life is about learning from your mistakes, right? What are these cogwheels? Are they like evil pythons that you can hang on them but they hurt you? Whoa, I've never seen that before. Oh yes. I will absolutely take that. You know what? Doodle-da-da-da-da. Go, go, go. No, I said go. Go, not no. You're rubbish. You know, if a snowstorm hits me here, I could actually get knocked out. That's a little scary, that thought. But I think... Yeah, I think I'm so close to the top. I think the snowstorms stop when you're like really close to the top. Sinow, you're being too brave. Oh, really? Who's made it to the top of the ice biome right now? That's right, me. I'm having a real, like, could a depressed person do this kind of moment, but instead it's... Could a cowardly person or somebody who's being too brave do this? Cure all. Will it cure my bank account? No, that's the question. You know what? I think I'm just gonna eat this. I think I might just straight up eat this right now. God damn. Ooh. We got another rope cannon. And our backpack is like... We've used our items, yes, but we've managed to replenish with a couple of great things. I think we're in a fairly good position for now. I don't know... Oh, actually, maybe... Hang on. Trail mix. Cook it. Cook everything. Drop this. Cook that. Mmm. Slightly more cooked toast. Delicious. Are there any, like, cool little remedy berries around here? No? Okay. It's worth the shop. God, I am tense. You can cook the potion too? Really? I suppose it is an edible item with this game. Well, there goes the fire. Alas. I think I'll be okay. Or at least if I'm going to die, it's probably not going to be because I didn't cook the potion. I'll try and remember that for future. Everything edible must be cooked. Alright, time for a surprisingly fun biome. The first time we got here, I was like... pleasantly surprised by how much the kind of like... the mechanic was interesting. I like how every part of the mountain has like a little gimmick to it, you know? Don't cook the rope, yeah. But hey, you have to, you know, you gotta try these things out in life. You gotta learn. Sometimes you learn by doing. This mountain is built like Dark Souls 2. Don't. Every time I talk about how I actually really like Dark Souls 2, but I can see why a lot of people think it's like the weakest one. People think I hate Dark Souls 2, and sometimes people get like a little annoyed about it. And I'm like, I'm not. I still think it's good. I still like it a lot. There's things about it that I think are stronger than some of the other ones. But sometimes people, whenever I like say one or two critiques, they're just like, why do you hate it? Why do you want it to die? Why do you want to delete it off of the planet? Grr, I love Dark Souls 2 the most. There you go. The Dark Souls 2 defenders. But no, I actually really enjoy playing it. Still very strong. Like, you know, Dark Souls at perhaps its weakest is still like really good. Like weak Dark Souls is still, or weaker Dark Souls is still better than a lot of games at their quote-unquote best. IMO. There's a problem. There's a problem, and the only solution is cure all. So what do we do about me being cooked, Sinow? Chat? When I get cooked, what's the benefit to me being cooked? Because I'm cooked. Phew. Okay, I see. This rock seems to be moderately safe. Never mind. I'm not cooked, I'm just cooking. Shit. I'm gonna just take this, I'm gonna just take this, I'm gonna just take this. I don't want to stay here for longer than I have to. Maybe like over here for a sec. Yeah, I'm a little charged. Okay, I'm a little crispy. What is the fucking problem with this backpack? I swear to goddamn. Like, oh, okay. It's like the game is trying desperately to separate the backpack from me for a larf to troll me. What are these insane physics? Okay, I don't want to stay here too long, just in case. Yeah, some people have backpacks like clipped through the floor and stuff, which is just, that's just not cool. Not cricket. There's what looks like a little alien face. I swear to God, it's like a sign. It's a little face. The aliens are trying to contact us. We're just not listening. Oh, you had that raincoat? Yeah. I've heard that's a fairly common problem. Like I said, I should have one or two accolades, but the game crashed on me once, and that's... It was hard not to be a little pissed off. Just a tad. Oh, egg. I'm like surprisingly not very hungry though. I guess because we're moving quite quickly. I feel like scout cookies probably aren't going to be as good as egg. Big egg. Massive egg. Done. Oh my God, that's heavy though. It's like, yes, I can get my stamina back when I need it, but... Can you cook things next to the lava? I don't think you can, because I had the same idea at first. It's kind of... It's one of those things that I haven't really... I don't really have a lot of data to base that off of, Mithrandir, because I don't want to get swallowed up by lava and just die. The cure-all we cooked at the camp. No, wait, actually? I don't think we did we? Because I was too late to cook the cure-all. No, actually, you were quite right. It did get cooked. But it's not really something that I'm like super eager to reenact anytime soon, I'll be honest. It's not a cooking method that I would like to rely on if possible. I am so high up here. So arbitrarily. Okay. I kind of want to go for that chain. Unless there's like something cool over here that will help me. It's kind of... Oh, there's a chain right there. But it's very deep. It's deep. Deep down. I think this side looks a little safer overall. If a bit harder to get to in the first place. Luckily, climbing down is quite fast. The POV is very scary though. Holy shit. Ah, here's the problem though. There's quite a gap here. So maybe, actually, just using this as a stepping stone and being quick about it might be the best play. We'll wait for the lava to chill out. Just a little bit. You can tell I'm like locking in slightly now because I'm not having as many conversations about random things. We gotta lock in. Okay, okay. I'm gonna try and use momentum for the chain. Nice, that was a good swing. My toes got burned, but burning wears off fairly quick, thankfully. Ooh, this is perfect. Honestly, getting momentum and sliding across chains and ropes and vines and stuff is like maybe some of the most fun I have in this game. When you get it just right, it feels great. Could you just chill? Like, legitimately chill? Okay. Oh, hello. I will eat. I will bandage. No, we definitely want Big Lollipop in our lives, so I can give it big licks. But instead of what? Egg, maybe? But you don't really get food in the last biome. Fucking Bing Bong! We do have Pandora's Lunchbox still. And egg. And I think egg is not that great a replenishment, but Pandora's Lunchbox is so random that it might not be useful. I think the time has come. Let's do this. I might regret that because Pandora's Lunchbox can heal you, but I have some healing items as it is. And there was only like... I feel like Pandora's box... I suppose I had 2 charges, but if you've only got 1 charge, it's a lot harder to guarantee that it won't put you in a bad state. If you've got 2 charges, usually within 2 charges you can like fix what went wrong, but... At this point, yeah, it's like we have a lot of stuff. You playing solo is peak, why thank you. Harry, that's very sweet of you, you charmer. We'll see how peak it is if I get up there. Oh, damn. Somebody basically just warmed my feet up for me. I expected that to be much worse. Alright, here we go. Big swings. That wasn't cooking, was it? That wasn't a good swing. That was mediocre. I wasn't feeling that one. Yeah. That's kind of lame sauce. Can't win them all. How about this one, though? Huh! I really wish the game wouldn't lag sometimes when I do a big stupid jump like that. It adds to the drama in a way that I don't care for. Ah! Oh no. Oh no. Please don't be a hot rock. Yeah, today's mountain... I feel like there's been worse mountains. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's been a lot of like, oh, I can see a path. Sometimes when I play this game, I have to do some real mental gymnastics to conceptualize the path I should take. This one's been a bit more like... Really, really wish I would stop saying the word like when I'm trying to describe something. It's very, very annoying when I edit my own content and I hear myself speak and I think, wow. So then I was like, and then he was like, and it's like, you know what I mean? Like, chat. I'm like, shut up, you fucking idiot. Take a breath and have a think about what you're trying to say for 2 seconds. I've noticed that I do it in particular when I try to describe something to somebody. Stop talking like me. As long as you guys don't find it annoying. It's just occasionally I catch myself doing it a little too much in a short space of time, and I think, take a breath, use your brain, and then describe the thing. It's kind of like, it's kind of, you know, like that, you know what I mean, like that sort of thingy, like, thing. I talk like that way too much. I don't mind using it occasionally. It's just, I wish that my filler word wasn't constantly to say it. Put it that way. I'm not gonna blow up the minute somebody uses it, but I do think I use it as a filler word a little too much. I think it's time to just cook the whole world and eat it. You're delicious. Oh my god, you're very delicious, actually. You're delicious. Delicious beans. You're delicious. I might use this for later, though, so I'm gonna keep it there. Oh, there's so much luggage here. I'm kind of freaking out. This is a lot of luggage for one little guy, you know? Oh, so much bonus stamina, though. Is this not the maximum? Let's cook this egg. I have no need you. I can use this as like a discus at this point. Okay, that surely is full bonus stam. Right? So much crap. Yum, 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 yum. So we're very close to the dream of getting Bingus Bongus to the topis. Bing bong on top, non-stop. But we need to think about our next moves. We need to, whether or not I succeed the climb basically is decided in some regards right here, right now. Right here, right now. I think the chain launcher is just too good to pass up. But do I want to use the chain launcher instead of the rope cannon? Or do I want to sacrifice the airline food because we already have... Does cure-all also count as food? I think maybe the med kit might be a bit superfluous, weirdly enough. I can't believe I'm saying that, actually. Yeah, it's... When I feel like one big difference playing solo is that healing items, it's still important, but it's kind of like... If I need to use a healing item, occasionally I have had to use one, but it tends to be a bit more binary. Either I take so much damage I die, or I'm not taking damage, if that makes sense. Whereas when you're playing with other people, there's more moments where you want to try and heal them up to keep them with you. God damn. I'm like a... Look at me running into this volcano like a child with my lollipop. I'm like a cartoon child. With like ringlets in my hair and like a fancy little lad costume. La la la, la la la. I hope there's no lava inside the volcano. Why am I here? Why is this child here? I'm like a Victorian fancy lad. Yeah, and I would have a tricycle exactly as well. And I would refer to my parents as Mama and Papa. Whose sassy lost child is this? Is this where the sweet shop is? I don't know why I'm Victorian again now. Are we getting some sweets? I've already got lollipop. It's got ash on it. Extra crunchy. It's good for me bones, the doctor said. Oh. Oh, I like how it kind of makes a noise if I slap off the floor. That could be taken out of context. This is a dirty ass lollipop. By the time I lick this thing, it's definitely not good for this little Victorian lad's health. But there's nothing else I can really do inventory Tetris with here. So, maybe I should just like lick it and see. Oh, he's gone sicko mode. Boggle, he's been boggled. I don't like this ledge very much. Now is a bad time to try and find a new ledge though. Gillespie, thank you so much for the 90 months. Ah! Everything's fine. Gillespie, calm down. Why are you freaking out? I'm not freaking out. Calm down. I'm trying to think of a better term for those situations in Peak where you kind of have to like hump a rock to make it a safe spot. I'm trying to think of a word that has a less sexual connotation than like rock humping, cliff humping, etc. Tap dancing. You know, maybe we could call it tap dancing. Sinow, your look outside upload yesterday was great. Thank you! Rock hugging. Ah! Yeah, that sounds quite innocent. It's just like a verb that really describes that, like, hump. Where you have to, like, keep kind of going into it. Boulder gyrating. You guys are starting to sound like you're using the synonym function in, like, Microsoft Word here. I think you mean pebble grooving. Oh, SMH my damn head. I've got like choice paralysis. See, this is a very Sinow path to take, isn't it? There's something about this that feels kind of risky. It's got my trademarks all over it, but I think I could actually climb up there, so I think this makes more sense. Stone grinding. Oh, maybe. Boulder bumping. Now, see, when you say boulder bumping, I'm just thinking of the phrase bumping uglies for sex. Maybe my mind is the problem here. I kind of like the phrase bumping uglies because nothing makes me feel less sexual than hearing somebody say the phrase bumping uglies. And the irony of how much of a turn off that phrase is amuses me. Tippy tapping, that's kind of cute. Because you do kind of do tippy taps. Boulder bumping just makes me think of balls smacking together. Listen, if your balls are big enough to describe them as boulders, then like, consider DMing me. Consider sliding into my DMs. Bumping hotties. That's a little better. That's a little more like it. Alright. I'm now trying to formulate a thought again. Hold, please. The brain cells are bumping uglies in my head. Hold, please. I think over here... I kind of want to get up to this, like, somewhat bridge-like structure. And this looks like I can take the day off over here. Take a little vacay. Okay. I want to get up there. I think I have to use something. I think it's Python o'clock. I hope I don't regret that. Actually, I do have a lot of bonus stamina. I might try and use this now because, like, bonus stamina... Oh my god, it's playing the Metal Gear Solid music. Please don't make this more dramatic than it needs to be. Thank you. Ow. Ow. I'm not that close. Chill out. This is bullshit. I've done nothing wrong ever in my entire life. I do not deserve this fucking drama. Okay. What do you got? A bandage. Strangely enough, I actually don't need that. It kind of feels like I should do after getting burned, but I don't. This Metal Gear Solid music puts me on edge. Cut it out. I think this is actually a really easy, like, let's just use it kind of moment. Is there anywhere better I could use it to get a bit more uppies? Can I maximize my uppies here a little? Because, like, yeah, I can get over there, but I feel like I could just get over there anyway. What if I could get over here? Yeah, so I didn't expect it to reach all the way, but if I'm really quick over the flamey bit... Oh my god, I've just given myself the most dramatic fucking jump. Oh god. I don't want to be a messy bitch that lives for drama. just happens sometimes. Right, here we go. Time is a factor though, so nice and fast. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. Does the rope fray, or is it just rendering weird? The rope is fraying. The rope frays. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I've done it! Oh, thank god. Why did I not give my... It's like I didn't even warn myself there. I just did it. But you know why that is, chat? Because I'm the type of person that overthinking comes naturally to me. And sometimes it's the thinking that does me in. But I think I'm actually better as an intuitive thinker that, like, responds as opposed to thinking ahead. I'm a doer, that's right. Let's get it done. That's why when I play this game with my friends, they're like, do you think we could maybe make that oh, Sinow's already done it. Or, Sinow's already tried it. I want to become somebody who takes action. Not always just taking snaction. Although, having said that, I could do with some snacks. Oh. Try hard sweat, that's me right now, IRL. Taking snaction is amazing, thank you. I'm actually quite impressed I managed to just come up with that. We need to take snaction is what I'm going to say when I get hungry later. Okay, this bit looks EZPZ. Although, the hunger combined with how over-encumbered I am is becoming a considerable issue. We might have to take snaction for real. By getting rid of something from my bag to free me up a bit. This is climbable. Don't give me your bullshit, thank you. Wow, it's very, thin. It's like a pencil. The only snaction I've got here, though, is like a pretty big one. But then again... Oh, I think I can do this bit. I'll also get a little bonus stamina back when I eat that, at least. Okay, okay. I think I can see the next area that I'll need extra energy for. Oh, unless actually... Hang on. This bit... I think today's spawn has been quite forgiving. There's a lot of areas where... it's like stairs is what I usually call it. There's a lot of areas that kind of just naturally have a path up. Oh, let's go! Actually, I think... what might be slightly... What is the... Okay. I haven't got time to react to that. I'm gonna eat this to give me the bonus stamina back. And I'll put this in the backpack. That's slightly more efficient, perhaps. I really like how the kiln has a lot of these little bridges where sometimes you're on like one side of it and you have to cross the other side to keep going. I don't know, it's just there's a lot of little things about this game that are very well thought of. Over here would be nice. Or over there has got some natural stairs. But this little wiggly boy might be the answer to my prayers. I think this wiggly boy though needs a little action. Also, that's going to make me slightly lighter. Once again, I've kind of created this weird situation where I have to leap. But I think I've done it. Yo, this freeing rope bullshit is giving me some early grays, I tell you. Right, here we go. Bonus stamina. Bonus. Bonus time. Yes. can see freedom. The peak. Or La Peak if you were French. That's probably not how the French say it. I don't feel like great about this jump. But I'm gonna do it anyway. Sometimes in life you have to do things that make you feel vaguely uncomfortable. But the end result is worth it. L'epic. More like epic. L'epic, Sinow? I'm sorry, French people. I'm sorry, the French. All French. Gomen nasai. Alrighty. Can I just like... I think I can just... Ah! What is the fucking major... What is your damage peak? Why would taking out a lollipop make me fly in the air like an idiot? It nearly made me fall off the platform. Oh god, oh god. He's getting sleepy. Yes, 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 it's adorable. Wow, I actually have quite a lot of items that I haven't even used yet. Fuck it. Like, I was so close to the end as well. I was like, don't you dare disrespect me, Clementine! Keeping on the job? Apparently so. Wait. What name did I say there? I don't think I said the right name for that reference. Sorry, I had a streamer brain moment. Peeking all by yourself, handsome? It's true, I am. Are you taking a peek at my peak? Oh my god, there it is! What is the name of that movie I'm thinking of again? And everything's like all puppety. I need to make sure I get this. Coraline, isn't it? Yeah, Coraline. Not Clementine. Gotta get the reference right. I have to correct the reference right now. Otherwise, at the end of the video, all the comments, if I uploaded this to YouTube, would just be people being like, he said the name wrong. Look, it's the peak. Isn't it glorious? Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it making my laptop lag slightly? Oh, a little more. I might just set this python. Just because I can. Haha. Anything else? I think Bing Bong should be in my hands when we approach the peak. For those who come after. Look, Bing Bong. It's like I'm showing a pig the stars. I'm showing Bing Bong the peak. This is what the world looks like, little guy. Ta-da! We did it! And in record time. So you pick it up. You light it. Yeah, lifting the dog up to show them parts of the house they've never seen before. Because this is a solo run, I'm gonna go absolutely ape with my flares. I'm gonna beam the helicopter. I'm gonna create unflyable conditions for this helicopter. We did it, chat! Woohoo! Bing bong, we made it! Yay! Ta-da! Imagine if it said that my climb time was like 1 hour and 2 minutes and I just missed out. on the achievement, I'd be so upset. That's me. Just as unlikable as always. Just as smug as ever. No, I was miles off of 1 hour, but that's fine. I have peaked. Who let bro cook, etc., etc. Look at him talking to himself quietly in the corner. I can be a furry? Oh, like a lone wolf. Oh, that's clever. And I've also got the propeller hat. I've got the bing bong. I've got the bing bong boggle badge. Blades of Talos. Thank you for the bing bong boggle Blades of Talos 79 remonths. Remonths? Whatever. I'm in the helicopter now. I don't have to speak legibly. I don't have to make sense anymore, right? I fucking win. Vasenka! 20 gifted boggles for the peak! Isn't the end of this really cute? And look, they've got like a kind of almost like a manga style drawing of all of the people who made this game. It's really cute. That was really fun. I think today, as much as I would love to say that today was a really hard peak and I'm like a super amazing gamer for doing it, I think today's peak was actually on the easier side. What was behind the mountain? Wesker with a rocket launcher, and he fires at the helicopter and it blows up and we all die. It's like Resident Evil 5. I actually die in that volcano, but it just fades to black before that happens. Chris! He's fucking done it. He boggled into the sun. Now I can be a furry, so that my friends can make fun of me. I can be a furry on vacation. See, now my facial expression is definitely like ooh woo. Shirring without me is beginning to take on a hornier aspect. Compared to this one, I think. This one's also kind of horny. Maybe that's why I went for the kind of tired look in the first place. Also because having eye bags is a personality trait of mine, let's be real at this point. I have the triple whammy of having a lifestyle where I don't go out in the sun very much and I'm in front of a computer screen all day. Rampant insomnia. And also coming from a family who just naturally has fairly pronounced eye bags genetically anyway. I've got like a triple whammy of eye bag symptoms. Symptoms? Yeah, sure. Fuck it, why not? Eye bag causers. Hooray! I can now look like a furry that's gone to the White Lotus retreat. White Lotus furry. The ears are very cute, actually. I do think these are very cute. You can be Knife Cat now. Yeah, they're quite charming. For the Lone Wolf achievement, there's a nice level of detail to them. Be a furry with a job. A furry with a job. Furry on vacation from their job. A Boy Scout furry. That doesn't really work though because the blue is the same shade as my character's blue. Or I can be the fanciest little lad who is a furry. This one works quite well actually, I think. Sailor furry. That's right. I mean, a lot of furries seem to be earning a lot of money these days. I'm sure there's more than one furry who is like a NASA scientist. Who runs the world? Increasingly, it feels like furries is the answer. Which sailor would I be? If, like a Sailor Moon? Probably like Pluto or something. I do quite like the chef hat though, I have to say. And the Naruto headband. You know, I don't know. I might have to just keep this. But it's kind of cool to unlock all of these different hats. I was about to call them headpieces. Alright. Victorian era Sinow. So, a lot of the accolades now, apart from just place 10 pythons, which I'll just do randomly, I guess. Some of these are a bit more like, I have to try to specifically play in a certain way. This one is mental. You don't place anything on the mountain? Good luck with that. This is like eat yellow things. Yeah, this achievement definitely is like, oh, what if you get like an egg hat for eating yellow things? Ooh, I think Gary might quite enjoy that achievement actually. I'm going to tell him about it. Or at least my theory as to what that shape might be. Escape the island without eating any packaged food? I love that airline food and that trail mix too much. Escape the island in under an hour? It's like escape the island and shut up while you're doing it. And have a friend escape the island without you, which I should technically have if the game didn't crash. Just hashtag JS, just saying. You think it needs to be all in one run per accolade? Oh, I heard differently, actually. I heard that some of them are more like a general thing. Maybe. You could place 10 pythons and run one run, right? Maybe the next time I try and get to the peak, I should just... If I get an accolade, so be it. But I should just do it on the default difficulty. Because, okay, full disclosure. If you weren't paying attention at the beginning. He's about to be exposed for the fraud that he is. But when you start up an expedition on easy mode, in the top right corner the entire time it says tenderfoot, so everybody knows that you're playing on easy. Okay, exposed, that's where my face cam is. You got me. Shame. 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 Baptism to get rid of the shame. Oh, excuse me. Baptism to get rid of the shame. This is me. Wallowing in my own sin. You might not have been able to see the text though because the background actually was quite brightly colored anyway and the text is in white. You can see it here now, the top right of the screen. He was playing on easy mode, boo, etc. But I think you gotta walk before you can run. And you gotta crawl before you can walk. And you gotta do all of that shite before you can climb. So I had to learn, you know? I'm learning. But next time I'm gonna try and do normal mode. I would actually quite like to play this solo again on stream. Or like have a friend join me and do like a duo session or something on stream. That was more enjoyable than I thought. And kind of... It was both exciting and relaxing. In a strange way. It was like a mixture. I really enjoyed that. I'm trying to faceplant into the water, but I keep pressing the wrong button for the emote in the air. Hang on. Should I do it off of here? No, I'm gonna do it up here. I'm trying to faceplant into the water to end this video / this stream right now. I'm gonna wash away all of my easy mode sins so that next time we do it on normal mode. Here we go. Huh! Play dead. I'm so cleansed of sin. That wasn't the sound of a bone breaking. That was a sound... That was the sound of the devil leaving my body. Bottoms up, and the devil laughs. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye!